रहे हैं ना। तो अभी हम उसके डायरेक्ट सन्मुख वो हमारे हुए हैं, हम उसके अभी सन्मुख होकर करके बाप से अपना बाप का, टीचर का, सतगुरु का ले रहे हैं। तो कोई मनुष्य की तो नहीं ना, मनुष्य के साथ हमारी कोई गफलत चल भी जाए, लेकिन ये है अभी डायरेक्ट स्वयं परम पिता परमात्मा, तो उसके साथ तो हमारा बहुत अटेंशन होना चाहिए, और उसी अटेंशन से हम उससे अपना सौभाग्य पा सकेंगे। और चांस भी अभी है, देखते हैं कि बाप कहता है मैं आता भी हूँ तो वृद्ध तन में आता हूँ। देखो संस्कार कितने बहुत जन्मों के पुराने हैं, कड़े हैं, तो उसी सभी बातों के ऊपर भी अपना पूरा अटेंशन होना चाहिए। ये भी तो बहुत बारी समझाया हुआ है कि कोई भी कर्म करते हो, संभलना कर्म को है। भले कोई संकल्प विकल्प माया के तूफान आएंगे, परंतु उनकी इतनी परवाह नहीं है जितनी कर्म की है। कोई कर्म अगर उल्टा हो गया, रॉन्ग एक्शन हुआ, तो एक्शन का बनता है, बुरे का चाहे अच्छे का। लेकिन मन से कोई संकल्प हुआ या कोई स्वप्न उल्टा आया या कोई भी ऐसी बातें, तो वो तो मन की हो गई नहीं, तो उनका इतना नहीं है। हाँ, वो भी छूटेगी तभी जब जितना जितना तुम्हारे एक्शंस राइटियस होते जाएंगे, तो फिर जो ये संकल्प आदि उल्टे सब है, फिर वो भी राइटियस होते जाएंगे, क्योंकि वो ज्ञान की पराकाष्ठा और योग की पराकाष्ठा जितनी बढ़ती जाएंगी ना, तो उनका प्रभाव वो माइंड के ऊपर, फिर वो भी स्थिर होती जाएंगी। और फिर सारा दिन इसी विचारों में भी रहने से ज्ञान के किसको समझाना करना, जितना इसमें बिजी रहेंगे, नेचुरल है। सारा दिन जो मनुष्य काम करते हैं, बुद्धि उधर जरूर जाएगी। फिर कैसा भी कर, देखो धंधा करते हो, ये बनाना है वो, जिसका बिजनेस है, तो नेचुरल है बुद्धि उसमें भी चली जाएंगी ना। बैठे होंगे तो उधर बुद्धि भागती रहेगी, क्योंकि जो सारा दिन जो बहुत समय जो काम करने का होता है, तो उसमें बुद्धि चली जाएगी। तो इसीलिए जितना बाप कहते हैं, बहुत समय का मतलब भी ये नहीं है। अगर समझो आपको धंधा 8 घंटे करना पड़ता है, लेकिन करना पड़ता है, परंतु अगर बुद्धि की लगन उसी तरफ है, तो फिर लगन की ओर बुद्धि मन भागेगा। भले 8 घंटे उसमें देते हो, तो उसका मतलब नहीं टाइम उसमें देते हो इतना, इसीलिए, परंतु हाँ, जितना तुम्हारा लगन उसी तरफ है, वो तो करना ही है, निमित्त होकर करके करना है। परंतु जिस तरफ लगन होगी, बुद्धि उधर खींची जाएगी। इसीलिए बाप कहते हैं, बच्चे जितना जितना अपना इस बात का महत्व अपने में रखेंगे और अपना पुरुषार्थ उसी तरह करेंगे, तो उस पुरुषार्थ की ऐसी प्रारब्ध भी बनाएंगे और अपने कर्मों की संभाल रखते रहो। कोई ऐसा एक्शन या कोई ऐसा कर्म उल्टा न हो जिसके भागी फिर उसकी चोट भारी लगती है। क्योंकि ज्ञान में आकर के समझ कर करके कोई उल्टा करता है ना, तो उसकी फिर बहुत दोष के भागी भी बनते हैं, और फिर उसकी सूक्ष्म अपने आप में सजा फिर कई प्रकार की, वो ऐसे भी नहीं है जो हम अभी करते हैं उसकी भोगरा अभी भी पाते हैं। नहीं, ऐसे नहीं है कि अभी जो करेंगे पीछे ही पाएंगे, नहीं, बहुत कुछ हम अभी भी पाते हैं, बहुत कुछ रह जाता है तो पीछे भी पाते हैं। तो जो करते हैं वो पाते भी है, नहीं तो यहाँ की यहाँ भी सजा हो सकती है।
शासन प्रशासन अनुशासन ऐसा देखा ना सुना हो किसी ने वैसा। तेरी मीठी मीठी बोली जैसे कोई बाटे टोली, तेरी मीठी मीठी बोली जैसे कोई बाटे टोली। दुनिया सारी दिल में समाई तूने, नैनों के पलने में जो पालना दी मम्मा, नैनों के पलने में जो पालना दी मम्मा। और दृष्टि से लोरियां सुनाई तूने।
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today is day 9. Didi Mohini Bap Sama Smriti Swarup. Absolute truth and soul consciousness. My Smriti is absolute truth and my Swarup is soul consciousness. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Every word of Murli is called Smriti because Baba is reminding us what we were, whom we belong, the part we played in Golden Age, Silver Age, Copper Age, and now at Confluence Age because cycle has to begin again. So Baba keeps reminding us, Smriti, Smriti, we say reminding every word of Murli. So you must have experienced that when there is lot of pull to listen to Murli, that is your stage of being a gopi or gop. That means very deep inside, you have feelings that you want to read Murli or listen to Murli. I think that if now you will listen Murli or read Murli with that awareness that it is from the Murli, the Simrti. And when I am listening, I will practice, I will become Sarup or I will be the embodiment. So because all dadis, of course, Didi Manmohini, but their life was just morning. When they sit together, they will chat about Murli. They used to call jokingly, let's play badminton. In those days, in the sense of question answer. So Didi will ask, then we have to reply. Then she will ask question like this. So they used to say, let's play badminton. That means the joy of their life was just from Murli. For many of us, Murli is, oh, I have read Murli. I have heard Murli. And then after half an hour, 1 hour, we don't remember any point from Murli. And we're looking for points of Murli. Not that the feelings which are emerging in me, what really, what is emerging? That is called Simriti. Am I really remembering what I was? I was with Baba. I was with the family. I did Baba's service. How many of you remember while listening morning? Do you feel that way? Let me see hands. How many of you feel, oh, I know, I heard this Murli before. Not from point of view of that is being repeated, but it's just the feelings from inside. Because I know that when I went to Madhuban and heard Murli directly, it was so much feelings of even words you couldn't remember, but they were deep within, the feelings were emerging that what Baba wants to make us. And there was so much attention on the practice of soul consciousness because it is only in soul consciousness what will emerge. My part, if there is body consciousness, then we are sensitive to different things. And in body consciousness, like, oh, I have to do this, I have to be like this, it's completely different. So soul consciousness has to be the main stage when you are listening to Murli or churning Murli. So I think it's very, very important that we try to be in soul consciousness, and then I listen Murli. So then the way Murli is absorbed, not only absorbed, then emerges also, right? And my attitude based on Murli, my drishti based on Murli, my conversation of Murli. These days, very few of us during day sit together, not sit even while doing action, remind each other, what did Baba say this morning? It's not only reminding myself, but I can also ask others, uh, can we repeat what Baba said this morning? So if we make it a practice, maybe once or twice, maybe 2, 3, 4 times, depends, right? That we sit together and we revise Murli. Because it's not just by listening one time, knowledge, all the, everything stays in the intellect. So if I know that this is for creating awareness, this is, and then I just say, okay, only 2 points. Today I was very much touched by this is what Baba said, and then during day, I'm creating awareness of that. Because Baba is like ocean of knowledge. So different waves of knowledge. But I will take 1 or 2 waves. Like today's Murli, Baba talked about how much there is heat of the vices, extreme heat of, uh, especially Baba said, the lust, the body conscious actions. And you could just feel it all over, through drishti, through vibrations, through words, in actions. But Baba said we have to be cool, and there shouldn't be any heat of that. Generally, Baba will say heat of anger. But today, Baba said the heat of lust. It's all that is because of body consciousness. So if I want to be cool and calm, then I have to be in soul consciousness. So, of course, Dadis had fortune for 14 years not to see anything outside in the world. They were just amongst themselves, talking about knowledge, doing yoga bhattis, and lot of things set up for golden age and many visions. But when they came out, we could really feel their power of soul consciousness because they practiced a lot. You all must have heard before that when there was partition of country, India, and it was because interreligious and very, very, very violent, very bad. It was between Muslims and Hindus. So Baba told sisters, they were in Pakistan, that if you are in good yoga and tapasya, no one will dare to look at you with body consciousness, and no one could ever touch you. And it was right, because they all were just in bhatti. If they have to do karma yoga, they get up, then come back and sit in bhatti. Consistently, they were in yoga, in soul consciousness. So they all were safe, right? Otherwise, women, children, even men, there were a lot of violence, lot of attacks of anger, and just destruction, that Baba's children were safe. So same is like, some people say when there is some destructive scenes, what should we do? Just practice soul consciousness, bodiless stage. But all that is really based on how much I keep practicing. I'm realizing that how much really what we need is soul consciousness. How much we practice soul consciousness. Look at everyone as a soul, as a peaceful soul, loveful soul. Everyone as a soul. So I am soul, all are souls. So this practice of soul consciousness, and when I am in soul conscious, what emerges is love for Baba, right? Love for Murli. So as we have this time now, Baba has given us some extra time. Just pay attention, practice soul consciousness. It won't just come, no, I have to do it. I have to practice. So from Murli, when I have love for Murli, definitely there will be love for who? Speaking Murli. And when I have love for the one who is speaking Murli, then I will have love for each word that Murlidhar is speaking, Baba is speaking. So pay attention to look into how much I am absorbing from Murli and how much then I changing into Swarup, becoming the embodiment of Smriti. And Smriti is not only about soul consciousness, but every point. Because then you will feel how your part is emerging with those qualities. Today I was thinking that from heart, how much really we should thank Baba for our lives, not only spiritually, but physical existence also. Good company, good environment, good food. So Baba is giving so much. So then I said, if Baba made everything so easy for me, so what could I do for Baba? Maybe he's in advance gave me such beautiful time. Even when there is difficult time for us, is we are happy. Everything is pleasant, right? So then I have to do more for Baba now. If Baba is making everything easy and simple for me, why? So that I can still serve more in unlimited way. And I was thinking, if all of us, each one of us, we become soul conscious and do more and more, little bit more, little bit more. Everyone, just from my heart, I have to be Baba's good instrument. And when we qualify from inside, then Baba definitely gives us unlimited task. So it's such beautiful feelings for Baba, for Mornida. And really, we look forward early morning. I want to hear what Baba has to say. And Baba also says that Baba gives example That how in your intellect, knowledge should become like pearls. They say jewels of knowledge, pearls of knowledge. And that is only possible when I'm in soul consciousness. I remember when I came in Gyan, we were so much like, oh, I have to be in soul consciousness, because if I'm in soul consciousness, Shiv Baba will come in Brahma Baba and give me drishti. If I'm in body consciousness, he won't come. Then I'm only meeting Brahma Baba. Of course, that's good too, but it's like Shiv Baba, Brahma Baba will know that I'm not invoking, I am not able to invoke Shiv Baba. So he will love us, but so how each one of us in soul consciousness, remembering Baba, invoking Baba, and Baba then shares Drishti with us. So of course, Didi was in super senses joy and listened to Murli as a gopi. That means very, very deep incognito love with one Murlidhar. So I think that Murli is what is Smriti, and thinking of that makes you Sarup. Thinking, practicing, speaking. Otherwise, we forget the points, right? Many times I had to open diary and say, oh, let's see what are the points. But if we make it consistent, then you will really whole day feel that Murlidhar Baba is with us. So Didi Mohini was, and dadis, all dadis around that time, their joy, their play, their everything was Murli. Sometimes as jewels, sometimes as weapons to fight Maya in different ways. So we should also, these few days, pay attention to Murli and listen to Murli. Feel the music and sweetness of the Murli and love of Murlidhar. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you. So now we'll invite Angel Sister Gayatri, and she will be sharing with us about our Didi Manmohini. Welcome.
Om Shanti, everyone. And I like the way Sister Mohini is taking the Smriti Swarup of today of being the gopi in supersensuous joy and actually really integrating it into what we will be practicing tomorrow. Because I feel that it is not just one and we forget about it, and then the second one comes, and then we forget about that, and then the third one comes. But it's all integrating itself, one after the other, into becoming Bapsaman, the way Didi did it in becoming Bapsaman. So these different areas of her being Smriti Swarup collectively made her Bapsaman. So today we're going to be looking at the Smriti of absolute truth and the Swarup of soul consciousness. So we are looking at it tonight with the aim to practice it tomorrow. So I want to give a little bit about Didi in relation to this. Love, trust, and unshakable faith made Didi Baba's sample star student. Didi was a gifted student. With a humble and creative intellect, she drank from the origin of truth, imbibing the method of exactly how to apply the knowledge. The moment she heard that truth, she became enlightened and she captured the sparkle of each jewel in her notebook. Bap Dada loved speaking to Didi Ji. And in one of his one-on-one talks with her, this is what he said. To listen to and study the Murli with love means to be lost in the love of Murlidhar. So the gopi being lost in the love of the one who played the flute. The sign of love for Murlidhar is the Murli. The more love you have for the Murli, the more love you will have for Murlidhar. The recognition of a true Brahmin is from his or her love for the Murli. The father is always proud of the children who understand all the secrets. Those who keep a balance of understanding all the secrets, Rasyukt, who are accurately linked in yoga, Yogyukt, and who constantly use all virtues, Gun Yukt, constantly stay under the canopy of the Father's blessings. Blessings are constantly being showered. This shower of blessings began as soon as you took birth, and a shower of golden flowers under this canopy of protection will continue till the end. You are moving along under this canopy, and you are being sustained by it, and you will continue to remain under it till the end. You constantly have the shower of the blessings of golden flowers. The Father is with you at every step. That is, blessings are with you. So just imagine, Baba would say that to her. She would take that in, become the Smriti Swarup of that, and then she would listen to the Murli because she's already blessed at so many levels. By the way, Baba just spoke to her. Didi Ji mentored Rajubai, the brother who is the trustee of Baba's Murlis in Madhuban today. It was from her notebooks that the question and answer that appear in the Sakar Murlis were taken. Rajubai shares his experience. You see, Didi had a very playful side, but she also had a very serious side as a student. So this comes out in Rajubai's experience. Didi Ji had a beautiful quality of creating questions and answers from the Murli. She would ask these questions in class, which she called playing badminton, the game of questions and answers with everyone. And of course, she was sure that we would fail in getting the answers right. Didi was so good at creating these questions from the Murlis, and she would make the class think by asking the questions in such a way that she would confuse us. She was testing us to see if we listened to the Murli with full attention and if we remembered the points exactly as Baba said them. After Baba became Avyakt, Didi had the service of responding to letters just the way Baba would individually write a response to each letter. And Didi had an aim that the jewels of knowledge from Baba's Murlis should always be included in the response to the letters, and that the response should be given in no more than 4 to 5 lines. She would then tell me to identify all the good responses from the question and answer that she had written in her diary, and then type and bring them to her. In 1973, I learned to type, I learned to read Cindy, and then slowly I started working on this service of the Murlis with DDG. DDG valued Baba's Murli as the absolute truth, as blessings emerging directly from the mouth of God. She shares with us the practice of how to listen to Baba's Murli with attention. And when we are listening, not one word should be missed. Let's listen to DDG's sweet words of wisdom as she shares the practice of how to listen to Baba's Murli.
अब चाहिए वान परस्त अवस्था। तो इसके लिए प्यारी बाबा की लाडली सिकी लजी नूरे रतन, ओ शिव शक्ति सेना, पांडव भाई, इसलिए जो बाबा कहे वो प्रैक्टिकल में हम बच्चे लाए।
Therefore, hey, beloved Bapdadas, jewels of the eyes, the ones who are the Pandav army, the Shiv Shakti army, let us put into practice all that Baba tells us.
बाबा कहे अब वान परस्त अवस्था में हो, तो इस पुरानी दुनिया से हर चीज से दिल उपराम में।
Baba says, you are now in the stage of retirement, and therefore let there be that stage of being beyond from everything of this old world.
जैसे कि लोक में भी देखते हो, कहीं बाबा के बच्चे भलों में ज्ञान नहीं है, लेकिन वान परस्त अवस्था में जाते हैं।
You see that in the world outside also, even though people don't have knowledge, they go into the stage of retirement.
जाती है तो घर से मोह जो है वो भी हल्का हो जाता है, और साथ में जैसे कि खाने पर पीने पर सब पर अटेंशन।
And then when they go, it's as if their connection becomes slack with everything. And together with that, they pay full attention to everything, their eating, their drinking, and their way of living.
तो बाबा ने वरदानों से तो सजाया है, तो सवेरे का बैठक बाबा से, और साथ में मुरली पर पूरा ध्यान। मुरली के समय एक शब्द भी भूले नहीं।
Baba has decorated us with many blessings, and we must also then listen to Baba's Murli with attention. When we are listening, not one word should be missed.
कहीं भी बुद्धि योग भटके नहीं, बिल्कुल हर एक शब्द उस समय जैसे कि बुद्धि में धारण होते जाए। भले नोट तो करो, ये भी बहुत अच्छी बात है, लेकिन उस समय अटेंशन से सुनेंगे तो अभ्यास भी रहेगा।
The yoga of the intellect should not wander anywhere at all. There should be full attention to listening. And of course, by all means, make notes. But if you are not distracted, then you will be able to pay attention.
अब बाबा हम बच्चों से यही चार्ट देखने चाहते हैं। तो इस रीति से ये दो पूरा ही पीरियड सवेरे का चलेगा, मुरली रहेंगी, और उनके साथ साथ ये भी अपने पास निश्चय रखो तो सारे दिन में मुख से शिवा जरूर रहे।
So this is the chart that Baba wishes to see of us now. Both these periods in the morning should be accurate. There should be attention to the Murli, and there has to be the full faith throughout the day. And also the attention that There must be service through words during the day.
And so now, listening to Didi's sweet words of the state of the intellect being in Vanprasth, that state of retirement, and listening to Baba's Murli with that attention, let's look at the homework. So you will notice for every Amrit Vela, we have given a point that is connecting you to Baba. Sometimes when we feature someone like DDG, the question that comes to us is, are we supposed to connect to DDG? Well, DDG never taught us that. She always taught us to connect to Baba. So along with the Smriti Swarup of DDG, we have also offered a point that she used to connect to Baba with so that she became the full embodiment of that awareness. And so for Amrit Vela, the point that will connect that Smriti Swarup of DDG to Baba is this beautiful song. And the lines are actually taken from this beautiful song, which is Kitana Meeta, Kitana Pyara, Shiv Bhola Bhagwan. How sweet, how lovely, the innocent Lord. And then my Smriti is absolute truth, and my Swarup is soul consciousness. And with this, I connect to sweet, lovely, and innocent Baba. And that is the point we will hold tomorrow at Amrit Vela. And then during the day, Didi used this word Vanprasth. And usually when we think about Vanprasth, we think about leaving the world and moving away from the world. But she actually put a very beautiful spin on this word that redefined it. And she said that my intellect is Vanprasth, which means it must be beyond the poles of the old world. But at the same time, I must stay engaged. And in doing that, I must pay full attention to listening, to speaking, and to my way of living. And so I thought that was a beautiful practice for us to do tomorrow. Let the intellect remain in Vanprasth, uninfluenced by the pulse of the old world, while at the same time paying attention to the way I live, I listen, I speak, I act. And then tonight you will do your reflection of being the gopi in supersensuous joy. But tomorrow night, in your reflection, you would look at exactly what she told us in her little sweet piece that she spoke, to ponder and on the accuracy of your chart. And in reflecting on the accuracy of your chart, there are two things that would be very important to look at. One is, did I listen to every word of Baba's Murli with attention? Actually, that's a very good practice for concentration, as well as for the Swarup of soul consciousness. Did I listen to every word of the Murli with attention? And the second is going to be, was the yoga of my intellect distracted from the truth today? So Was the yoga of my intellect distracted while listening to the Murli, as well as was it distracted from that Smriti of absolute truth during the day? So tomorrow night you will be reflecting on this. And of course, this is just an example. You may want to create your own, and that's also a lovely creative thing to do. But it would also be nice to look at it in the way Didi is asking us to. And now we will go into our collective yoga together. And we will be looking at our Smriti Swarup, the way Didi developed her Smriti Swarup. And that is, we will be that in the Smriti of the absolute truth and in the Swarup of being a soul, of being soul conscious. So let us now go into our collective yoga and be in the remembrance of sweet and lovely and innocent Baba.
हमने देखा हमने पाया शिव भोला भगवान
इतना मीठा इतना प्यारा शिव भोला भगवान
तो अब बाबा ने वरदानों से तू सजाया है, तू सवेरे का बैठक बाबा से और साथ में मुरली पर पूरा ध्यान, मुरली के समय एक शब्द भी भूले नहीं.
Baba has decorated us with many blessings, and we must also then listen to Baba's Murli with attention. When we are listening, not one word should be missed.
कहीं भी बुद्धि योग भटके नहीं, बिल्कुल हर एक शब्द उस समय जैसे कि बुद्धि में धारण होते जाए. भले नोट तो करो, ये भी बहुत अच्छी बात है, लेकिन उस समय अटेंशन से सुनेंगे तो अभ्यास भी रहेगा.
The yoga of the intellect should not wander anywhere at all. There should be full attention to listening. And of course, by all means, make notes. But if you are not distracted, then you will be able to pay attention.
Om Shanti. So we'll continue this silence, Mohini Didi, and just remember Baba. So,
Om Shanti, everyone, and good night. Just stay in this one press stage of beautiful silence. Om Shanti, good night.